Hey Doc, it's Zach here from LaGuardia's team, and welcome to the Retention Mastery System, because in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you how to 2 to 4x your patient lifetime value, retention, and profit while adding at least 5 figures a month to your practice, without spending a cent on marketing or working with any more annoying insurance patients, so you can wake up every day fueled with energy to grow your practice. I'm going to tell you more about that in a moment, but first, let me quickly introduce you to who Dr. J is. See, Dr. J LaGuardia is the founder of Passion, Power, and Prosperity. He's a family man married for over 31 years with 3 wonderful kids. And in fact, his son-in-law actually now runs his chiropractic office. And during the time he was running his practice, he built one of the largest chiropractic practices in the country. He's an author, speaker, and coach to chiropractors across the country, as well as publishing 2 great books. And now he is focusing his time on helping other chiropractors make their business more profitable while experiencing more time and flexibility. And what I'm going to show you is the proven retention mastery system his clients are using to attract and retain cash paying patients for 36 to 48 months without any sleazy sales strategies.
You probably already know this, but it's much easier and more profitable to retain a patient for longer than adding new patients to your practice. In fact, it usually costs 5 times more to add a new patient than to keep an existing one. But the problem is it's very difficult to keep patients longer than a few months. And because of this, you have to focus on constantly getting new patients in the door if you want to keep the lights on, which also means you have to serve any patient that comes in the door, even if they are covered by one of those insurance companies. You know which ones I'm talking about. But luckily, Jay's retention mastery system is like a shortcut around all that. It's the most powerful method we've discovered to double your practice's revenue without adding one additional new patient, increasing your patient retention to 36 to 42 months instead of the national average of 8 to 12, quickly increase your revenue without having to work harder, all the while seeing a big spike in patient referrals because your patients are so much happier. So you can spend more time with your family, friends, and loved ones enjoying life outside of work rather than constantly hunting for new patients. Best of all, it's tailored to work with your practice and your practice's philosophies, not someone else's. And I'm going to share the details with you in just a second. But first, I need to explain why the retention mastery system works so well. And it all comes down to treating pain versus quality of life. See, this is the number one mistake 98% of chiropractors make that sabotage their patient retention. When a patient comes into your practice, they are there because they are typically motivated by pain. But the problem is, the pain they are experiencing is often a symptom of a larger lifestyle problem. If you explore further into your patient's life, you probably hear them saying things like, I can't sleep right, or I feel like I don't have any energy, or I just can't stay focused, or maybe I can't play golf the way I used to. So when a new patient comes in talking about their sore lower back, most chiropractors make the mistake and focus on treating that specific problem, which is the reason why they have patients that don't stay with them very long. Because when the patient's pain goes away, the patient goes away. And you're left sitting there trying to figure out why they left when you were doing such a good job treating them. But what's interesting is what often happens to that patient when they leave. Because more often than not, a few months down the road, either the same or another form of pain will appear. And when that does happen, they may come back to you or go to a different chiropractor their friend recommended. Because in their eyes, a chiropractor is seen as a commodity that treats pain, just like traditional doctors that prescribe drugs. So the easy way to retain your patients for years rather than months is to shift your focus on improving quality of life rather than treating pain. Because when you do this the right way, you turn from a commodity who cracks backs to a trusted advisor, focused on helping patients live a longer, more fulfilled life. Best of all, they become your biggest referral drivers, which cost you practically nothing. And if you fall into the 98% that are focused on treating pain, don't worry, you're in the right place. Jay spent the past 20 plus years building and constantly improving his referral mastery system. So make sure you watch the end of the video so I can explain exactly how this system works so you can use it in your own practice. So the first step is to focus on expanding capacity. And this is the process of bringing in the right assets and team members to fulfill on these new services to actually help someone improve their quality of life. And this is important so that you are not extending your work week from 60 hours to 90 hours trying to fulfill on all this stuff. The best part about this is that people often get worried about hiring new members, saying, oh my gosh, I just can't afford this expense right now. However, the way Jay does this and the way this system is run is that when you bring on a new team member, it's structured in a way that results in a 5 to 7x return on any additional expenses required to increase revenue. And to give you an example of what that looks like, if you hire a new staff member who might cost you between $30,000 to $40,000, they can net you on average anywhere between $150,000 to $200,000 of additional revenue. The next part is to actually build the system flow to ensure your team knows exactly what to do when each patient walks in the door, so you're not constantly putting out fires. And when you do this right, you have the right resources in place in your practice to rapidly scale without having to spend more of your precious time working with patients. Just ask Dr. Sandy. Before working with Dr. J, she had reached a plateau. She had maxed out her capacity to see more people and the services she could offer in her clinic space. She had worked with other coaching groups and had outgrown their processes and procedures. She kept doing the same things, not moving forward, and it felt like she was going in circles. So when Dr. J suggested one small tweak to her care plans, she improved her collections and started receiving amazing feedback from her patients. Now she feels much more confident in what she offers and the results she can bring to her patients. Want Jay to help you discover your leverage points so you know exactly what you need to be working on in your business and implementing this system every day? Then keep watching and I'll show you how we can help you take care of this for you. Now, the next step is to expand your services. Once you have the right resources in place, you need to make sure that you have the right additional services. So the first step is to actually start creating new back-end services that make it easy to increase patient results based on your model and practice philosophy. Now, with the right resources in place, you shift from focusing on pain to improving quality of life. This might be new supplement plans, workout regimes, whatever that might be, and it's all based around your practice's philosophy. So again, it's unique to you. So this is made easy with your new and existing patients using Jay's signature 3-step IIA framework. So if you have current patients right now, you can simply follow this process to actually convert them from focusing on pain to quality of life. And it's all part of just the way you treat patients. It makes things very easy. So when you do this right, your patients will start seeing better results and get much better faster. Your patient retention will increase by 400% on average, so you don't have to be constantly hunting down new patients. And best of all, you have happier patients. Take Dr. Chris, who took the processes in the retention mastery system to not only increase his patient retention length, but to enhance the culture in his clinic. Now he can't even count the amount of times a week his staff come up to him saying how much they enjoy coming to work, how much they appreciate the environment that has been created, and how coming to work is so fun and energizing. They're constantly coming up to him and saying things like, I just really needed some of this energy today, and they're so excited to be there. On top of that, Chris's practice has become a place that's more than just cracking backs and selling nutritional supplements. It's a place where patients feel homey and welcome and are excited to go to. Now, do you want Jay to help you implement all of this for you? Then go ahead and fill out the application on this page and we'll get you sorted out right away. Now, step 3 is the fun part. This is where we actually take the previous 2 steps and we start really implementing them fast. We get this going very, very quickly. And the first step is to implement the systems and processes determined in the previous 2 steps and make sure you're getting the whole team on board. And once those are in place, you can start taking your current and new walk-in patients into your newly built what we call retention funnel. This is the process where you actually bring them through each step of a somewhat retention process to actually, again, move them away from focusing on pain to quality of life. And it's very, very simple the way Jade does it. And of course, you're going to want to make sure that during this process, you're educating your staff and patients and continually improving the system as more people go through it. So when you do this right, you have higher patient satisfaction, you get much better patient results, you can expect 3 to 5x more patient referrals, and you can even double that number if you want to be safe. You can expect to increase your revenue, and our goal is to help you double your revenue in less than 180 days using this system. And best of all, you're going to feel less stress, and you're going to be able to just wake up feeling so energized and excited to work on your practice rather than wondering where that next patient is coming from and how you're going to keep things moving. Take Dr. Tom, for example. Before working with Dr. J, his business was doing okay, but it was stagnant and not experiencing any real growth. His practice was on survival mode, and he had no real long-term plan for growth. It required him and his team to be there every single day with no opportunity to travel or spend time with his kids. Tom set a goal when he started working with Dr. J to be on target to grow his practice by 25% and ended up exceeding that goal within the first year and is on track for 50% growth, even with COVID going on. There's now a snowball effect where there's momentum and the growth is happening on its own. Now, here's a quick recap of how Dr. J can personally work with you and help you. First, Jay will help you expand your capacity so you can actually deliver on the new services you're going to provide people to improve their quality of life without having to work harder. The next step is Jay will help you expand your services based on your practice philosophy to maximize retention and revenue per patient. Finally, Jay will help you implement the entire system so you can enjoy more freedom, more income, and ignite the passion for your practice. Plus, Jay will be working with you personally rather than in a group setting. In the next few months, this will turn into a group coaching program, meaning right now may be the only opportunity to directly work with Dr. J.
So if you want Jay to help you add an extra 5 figures to your practice without spending a cent on marketing, or adding a single new patient to your practice, so you can wake up every day fueled with energy to grow your practice, then fill out the application on this page and schedule a call to speak with Jay directly. When you work with Jay, he will personally help you work with you step by step to implement the retention mastery system into your own business. He's going to also help you develop the habits that lead to increased clarity, confidence, and control in your business and your life. He's going to take you by the hand and guide you through each step to make it as simple and easy as possible so you know you're going in the right direction. He's also going to help you transform your business from dips and valleys to exponential month-over-month growth. And as a result, you stop worrying about work all the time and you can focus on spending time with your family and enjoying your life. So if any of this sounds great, just don't even think anymore. Make sure you fill out that application on this page so you can secure your spot and have a quick phone call with Dr. J to see if you're both a good fit. Now, I want to warn you, this is a hot offer and there's only a certain amount of spots. See, if you're watching this video right now, that means there's still a few spots open. But because of the personal attention Jay provides each client, there's a maximum number of people he can take on at one time. So make sure you fill out an application on this page right now to secure your spot. Even if you're not sure if this is right for you or if you have some questions, that's okay. Just make sure you fill out the application now so you can secure your spot and Jay can answer your questions directly on the call. And as an added bonus for completing the application now, Jay will audit your entire practice and build you a customized growth plan when you fill out the application. So don't wait and fill out the application on this page now before this video goes away. Thank you for watching, and we are excited to work with you and see your future testimonial.